it's a little bit difficult to answer. I'm notary, I'm public notary too, you know. And if I had bought something that's really expensive, like an NFT that has been sold for 69 million of dollars, I will have a double check, you know, like for other things, I'm buying assets that are really expensive. Nobody knows until when the rights on the art are valid, you know. Normally NFT is said to be eternal, you know, but the law about art, about the rights for the authors, the intellectual property are limited in the time. So this is the first challenge, because with these arts pieces, you have no limit of time. I have bought some years ago one Banksy, you know. I was so happy to have one Banksy in my office. Nobody knew that it was a real Banksy, but nobody could give me the guarantee that it was a real Banksy. Even the seller has told me, yeah, I make you a certification that means it's a real Banksy, but no insurance company took the risk to insure this piece. That wasn't really expensive, perhaps 8,000 Swiss francs. But for me, that was a problem. And I didn't keep this art piece in my office. I sent it back to the seller, saying, I have no guarantee, I cannot take the risk of non-insurance. And if someone is coming and perhaps it's the fire is in my building and anything else, earthquakes can happen. And what will I do? I have lost a lot of money, the art piece even. And for the moment, you have no other rules that are rules in the time, like for other art pieces. So it doesn't work with NFT. We should change the rules, because if you have bought one art piece and you have paid a lot of money, you won't be happy to be in perhaps 80 years asked to pay a second time because the protection of the artist is only during for this time. I don't know what will happen. The first question is, when will the rights expire? When will they be stopped by something, by someone, or by one organization? So if I was the WIPO now, I should make a conference about all these topics. I should ask all experts to join and to find a convention about these assets. Another question that is really interesting is that I'm buying this NFT for $69 million, and I'm selling it in perhaps 1 year for $100 million. Should I pay taxes? In which country should I pay taxes? That's not solved. So there are a lot of problems. We speak about money laundering, we speak about tax, we speak about IP, we speak about competition law, because I could try to buy the most interesting art pieces. We could compete, Carlos. Perhaps we love each other, Banksy. We want to have the most incredible collection. We fight to get all art pieces. The prices are going up. And then in the end, our art pieces, they won't be in a museum, because I don't want to share, perhaps, or they be. But who is taking the risk to insure it if I want to show them? Will company insure it? It's a big problem. How could the company be sure that this is a right art piece? Who can give this guarantee? I think there is a lot of opportunities for all the people who can give these guarantees and who can certificate not only the value, but the reality of things, and that nobody has changed anything in the art piece, because if you change something, it's really difficult. I don't want to be too long, but I want to explain you something that has happened in Switzerland. We went to the court in Geneva because there was an artist, that's a really well-known artist in the world, who has sold one art piece to one guy who has paid a lot of money for it. But in the end, he put this art piece in a place where the people were undersigning their names. These were only famous people. They were politicians, artists, and so on. And the artist has asked us to go before the courts to ask a lot of money to the man who has bought his art piece, saying, you have changed my art. and you should pay a lot of money for it. We found a solution, but it costs a lot of money. And that's another point that is really important to me. Should I change something in NFT? Or is it fixed for the whole life of the art piece? We should find a solution, because if you don't find a solution, you cannot change anything. You have no rights at the moment. So our rules are not really in adequacy with what NFT are.